The other day I was looking down there and the app was telling me that that's where it was. So I don't know how precise this all is, but I mean, the least I can do is stumble around here the way I am and keep my eyes wide open. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is George Schlacek. I lost my DJI Mini 2 while flying it on a hot sunny day over the North Saskatchewan River in Edmonton. By the time you'll see this, over a week will have passed. I can tell you that a lot has happened in that time, and we'll get to that momentarily. First, however, I'd like to thank everyone for their encouragement, some really good tips, and even some donations from Papa Shango and someone by the name Scully. Thank you both. This means a lot. Well, after my little boat trip down the river, I was convinced that Mavis, my drone, was lost in the river. It had lost connection while my iPhone screen was completely dark. What were the odds? As soon as I got home, I looked for options to replace the drone. You can find a replacement for about 400 Canadian dollars at several suppliers online. But before proceeding with ordering another drone, I decided to contact DJI and tell them exactly what happened. After all, something had to be wrong for it to lose the connection and not to regain it at all. If the drone had plunged into the water, something would have caused it. Could it be that this wasn't entirely my own screw-up? DJI responded within a day, telling me my drone was out of warranty, but they also gave me instructions on how to extract the flight data from the app and send it to my computer so I could share it with them for analysis. Since the data files were all just strange-looking text files, I didn't think they'd be any use to me. But then I did some digging around and found the website airdata.com. Link in the description. This site allows anyone to open a free account. You can upload your flight data and the site translates them into useful information. I was blown away. My entire last flight was recorded. There was so much information, it truly boggled my mind. Let's go through what I found out. We're looking at my screen on the computer. As you can see, I'm on the website airdata.com. When you first join this website, you will be prompted to open up an account, which will give you a password and a username. So then you can log in anytime you need to upload flights or you need to access any type of data. So as of right now, all I have is one flight uploaded, and that's the one where I lost my drone. So let's click on it and see what exactly happened. This screen shows me the signal strength of the drone as it was in flight at any given moment. It follows the exact path of the drone and it starts off green, which means it's fine. Signal strength is good, there's no issue. We're at 9 minutes 30 seconds, altitude was 4.3 meter, signal strength 100%. Now I'm going to click on this. The signal strength changed. Actually, this was after 8 minutes, so apparently this was the first time the signal strength was low. After 8 minutes, same altitude, calculated signal was only 47%. However, then we went back here and it was back to 100%. Now the question is what happened between here and there. This was 9 minutes 30 seconds. And see where this is, the T. The flight time was 10 minutes 0 seconds, so this was 30 seconds later. And if I go back into my video, I believe I'm going to find that this was probably the moment the motorboat passed. Now we're here at 12 minutes. But what happened before? Let's see what this is. 12 minute 30 seconds. 12 minute 51 seconds. As you can see, you can follow the flight path by the second. And the critical moment was here, where the signal strength went down to 0%, and it's kind of unclear from this graph why that might have happened, but I know that it did. Now let's go to the power screen, volts and amps, cells graph, battery info. So I had a minimum temperature of 30.4 Celsius and a maximum of 52.2. Initially I thought this might have caused a problem because 52.2 seems like a little bit outside of the operating range of up to 40 degrees. However, there was another graph on here somewhere that showed me that this wasn't really that bad. The reports. Yeah, these are examples, so if you want more detailed reports you can get them, but you have to upgrade to HD 360 Pro, which of course is not free. I don't have that. Well, with the free account your information is limited. However, I'm still blown away by what is available here. This map is the main thing that got me motivated to go looking for my drone again. So let's zoom in on the last known location. Now what would be the odds? If the drone had zero connection at that point, would that mean that it could have went somewhere else afterwards, or did it go down right there? That was the big question. This is a satellite picture and it gives me a very clear information of where this is. So hey. After looking at this map, which would have been sent to my phone before the drone lost connection, but which showed a last location that was not over the water, I decided to take my bike and go down to the river one last time. Now it's Monday. Yeah, you might be asking, why didn't I look for this sooner? Well, there are two problems with this. Number one, the drone was set in a way so that in case the connection is lost, it would return to the home point and land itself. Well, if it did that, guess what? The home point in this case was on the river, just across from the Tawatina Bridge, which is, I would say, less than a kilometer from here. So it would have made it right into the river, which of course would mean that bye-bye, don't have a drone anymore. Now the other thing is that maybe it didn't do that. Maybe everything just cut out. Everything just, the drone just died for some reason and dropped straight down. In that case, the last known connection, which is just about here, I had the DJI app on here. See, I'm basically, if you look at this screen, I am basically just standing right where the drone should be. And that's the plan. I mean, I'm looking around here. It could be in the trees. I'll show you. It could be up there, see? Yeah, I mean, this is all I got. This is all I got. And I don't know how precise this actually is. I mean, here there's a lot of vegetation here. With a little luck, or perhaps it's a lot of luck I'm asking for, I will find that. And the drone, it's got spread wings and stuff. So it wouldn't go straight down through all the bushes. It would be sitting on a branch or something like that. So that's what I'm after. And of course, the drone is gray. Why'd they do that? The drone is gray. Well, it's good when you want to fly somewhere and not be discovered, but if you're looking for your drone, man, gray is hard to see. This is how drone stories can turn out. So if you're thinking of getting one of those, I mean, it doesn't matter how careful you are, there's always potential for that to happen. like it comes out of the blue, you know, you're just doing your thing, focusing on one thing, which is usually getting the best shot, and then all of a sudden you got a problem. And even in this case, I had well over 50% of battery life left when I started having problems. And even on the app, it tells me that when I lost connection, it still had about 50%. And well, there shouldn't have been a problem to regain connection and bring it back. It always worked. I found Mavis! I found Mavis, but I don't think it's all good. I don't think it's all good news. She seems perfectly intact. Now we still got to figure out what actually happened, but this is good. Well, Mavis survived the adventure completely intact. Here are a few favorite moments from that boat trip. And of course, I had to make sure everything still functions correctly, eh? Well, so there's some brand new footage captured in Edmonton. By the way, DJI made me an offer to replace the drone and the battery I lost. It would have cost $285 US, which at the time of this recording is about $365 Canadian. This is significantly cheaper, by the way, than ordering the replacement from a third-party seller, so kudos for DJI. The customer service deserves some praise. And the product, of course. Well, you know that already. It hasn't disappointed me yet. However, it's still not 100% clear why I lost connection. But here are some thoughts. The drone was flying relatively low and my antennas were facing away from it. Then there was a motorboat passing by that may have had some kind of radio signal on board that could have interfered with Mavis. A few things combined on top of my screen going dark. Definitely a close call, but it's mishap like this one that usually end up teaching you the most. I hope you find this video useful and give it a thumbs up. I'm just happy that I can still show you new drone footage once in a while. See you soon.